story happening in a way that there is this knowing that all of what you're talking about is as it is, and this resonating of it, and at the same time the story is still happening with some eye contraction.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, it's perceived as funny here, that is happening now, is that after there seems to be a sort of understanding that the spiritual path that Karin used to be on is all nonsense, and at the same time also there's nothing wrong with it, because that's just what's happening.
Yeah.
But through letting go of the belief that this search, the spiritual search, has to lead anywhere and should be better than anything else, some things are coming up again that used to be suppressed before that. And it's quite funny that then things like, at the moment it would be working out physically, and in earlier days that would happen because of a belief that I should be good looking to get positive attention, and at the moment that really makes no sense at all, and still it's coming up again after it hasn't happened, because it seems as if it didn't happen because someone decided that you don't have to get somewhere, so don't do this, because it's like you're only doing it to get somewhere. And now things are happening that seem within the story seem to only come up because a person wants to get somewhere, and still.
But it's most probably getting less. It's becoming more naked in a way, like because there'll be dynamics happening. So whatever it is, whether it's wearing clothes or makeup, and there's an idea that you want to be attractive or something, and then a spiritual idea comes in and says, "Oh no, you shouldn't do that because it's not going to make you happier in the future. It actually makes you unhappy," or whatever the psychological reasoning is. So there's a suppression of that act. There's a suppression, and then as that gets peeled off, it actually doesn't matter whether the body's exercised to look good or not look good. It's absolutely irrelevant. There's just an urge arising to exercise or not. But if that but as the ideas are peeled away, there still might be an idea in play of wanting love for the way there's the body physically looks, but it's becoming less filled with ideas. It's becoming more innocent in a way, if you see what I mean. And so then, like what spirituality was doing was then giving a different idea which suppressed that, if you see what I mean. So working out or weightlifting is bad because it's spiritually not going to progress me.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it suppressed that sense of feeling like you wanted to work out to be attractive, and there was that sense in there of feeling not good enough, which it was covering up, or whatever it is. But ultimately, at the end of the day, even when that idea of wanting to be attractive to other people falls away, then working out could still happen. It's never you creating it. There's just all these filters on top of it. Or putting on makeup or looking very sexy could still happen, but it's no longer somebody in there that feels incomplete without it.
Yeah, I guess the strange thing about it is because when the idea would come, let's put on makeup, for example, which I haven't done for years and probably won't do, but if this thought comes up at the same time, the thought comes, why would I?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? So it's like this two-way conversation.
Yeah. And it's done because it's done, not because of. And that's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, exactly.
But spirituality, in the questioning of ideas, new ideas get taken on. So it gets questioned, the idea as to why makeup's worn, or why you wear makeup, and then a new idea comes on. I shouldn't wear makeup because it's feeding insecurity or something, and that becomes a new idea. It becomes a new religion, and it's just another filter in which life is lived through. Another filter on top of everything. And then it just happens or it doesn't, and it doesn't matter either way. Nothing's better nor worse. And it happens because that's the play of things, not because of it will complete you in the future or it will get you further spiritually or whatever the ideas are.
Yeah, it's so hilarious.
It is. I know. There was many years of being Buddhist here, and I used to shave all my hair off and not wear makeup, and I used to only wear baggy clothes, and I used to wear a bra that pushed my boobs down, and like I felt like I had to be completely unsexual. And then that went, and then there was a going back the other way again, and then and that like going back and wearing lots of makeup and wearing tight clothes, and then that all fell away, and it kind of just became whatever was happening. But it's funny all the ideas we take on. I remember telling my friend when she came to the Buddhist center, like at the time, and I really remember believing it. She was wearing makeup, and I was like, well, it's not really appropriate. People will will think that they'll question why you wear makeup or something. And I remember and she felt really uncomfortable then going to the Buddhist center with makeup on. And I remember thinking it was really true that the right way to go was to not wear makeup or to not look attractive to the opposite sex. It's funny, these ideas that get picked up.
And it's not more true than anything we might have picked up as children or teenagers and thought that was real. So
yeah.
It's just going the other way with the same illusion.
Yeah. Just living through more concepts, and then either makeup gets put on or it doesn't get put on, or baggy or tight, and neither's right nor wrong. It's just whatever appears. It's so funny.
Yeah, the funny thing here is that there was this belief that if understanding or knowing about there is no person doing it and it's just happening, then certain things wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And there's the observation now that actually things happen that really seem very much ego-driven, but there just isn't the belief that someone is doing it, but at the same time it's happening in a way that it seems very much more ego-driven than it used to be when the belief was there that you shouldn't do that because it is evil. So it's such a, as you might say, a mind fuck.
Yeah, and there's no way in which it looks. It doesn't look like a calm, peaceful person.
No.
Like I used to have the belief that people wouldn't be grumpy, and then that got completely shattered. It's not anything. It's whatever arises in the moment, without that one that thinks I am doing this, and that one that's trying to fill a hole. It's trying to fill this sense of lack. That's trying to do this for the future in order to get something, to fill a hole, to fill that sense of unworthiness. So it's funny.
Yeah, the way you are talking, sometimes it sounds here that as if the belief of the I is totally gone, and maybe that is completely how it's experienced on your side. Here, actually, like the experience of an I or a contraction and a comment on you should do this and you shouldn't do this and this is right and this is wrong is still happening. And at the same time, during that happening, there is the knowing that it's not true. So it's not a feeling as if the experience of I has
gone,
fallen away or dropped or is gone. But while it's happening, there is this
lack of energy in it.
Yeah, somehow. Or no, not even that, because there can be really a lot of energy going into it and thinking about it and concepts being like thrown around, but still this feeling of or presence or awareness, we both agree that these words don't capture it, but that is there, that it's all bullshit and it's just life happening and there is no one really in there doing it, but still the dynamics is still happening.
Yeah. And I don't know the way I talk about it, or if there's, this is going to sound really crazy, but if there's a me here or not, it's unknowable.
Yeah.
Like, there is no me ultimately, there is no me or you, but then there's nobody that could even know that either. Isn't that a real contradiction? There's this guy that I've been having a lot of back and forwards with emails about this. He's like, but you must know if there's a me. It's impossible to know that. Who would know it?
Exactly.
But ultimately, when we're talking in the positive, there is no you or me, but it can't be known. That's
No, well,
crazy.
we can only talk within the story, so we're only talking bullshit anyway.
Yeah. Well, great to finally speak with you, Karen. We've had a lot of like hellos on the on Skype and through email.